DDG, 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 the man.
Hey guys, what is up? DJ Man here, back here with another video. And yes, it's that time of year again. Time for me to do my yearly review of Cartoon Network. Why do I do it so early on in the year? I don't know. That's just when I uploaded my first Cartoon Network review. And I'm going to continue that trend. And I'm probably going to talk a bit faster in this video because I have a lot to cover in a short amount of time. So the way I'm going to do this is talk about shows that won't be returning for a new season or new episodes, talk about shows that will be continuing, and talk about what Cartoon Network has plans for the future. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first show that won't be returning for a new season is Ben 10 Omniverse, and I liked Ben 10 Omniverse for what it was. I know a lot of people didn't like the animation, but I thought it was okay. But Cartoon Network did this show dirty. After around 5 months of no new episodes, Cartoon Network just starts randomly showing new episodes with no advertisements whatsoever. And on top of that, they aired these new episodes 6 in the morning on weekdays. Like what? It's like Cartoon Network hates action cartoons or something. Next show that won't be returning is The Annoying Orange. I don't really have anything to say about it because I never really watched it. The next show that won't be returning is The Tom and Jerry Show. This show only lasted 4 months. The reason being is that nobody was asking for a new Tom and Jerry cartoon. The next show that won't be returning is Johnny Test. I liked the first 3 seasons of the show, but after that it just started going downhill. They just kept putting more and more episodes out, but now it's done. The last show I want to talk about is Over the Garden Wall. Over the Garden Wall is a mini-series which I haven't seen yet, but I need to. And oh, just as a quick side note, there isn't going to be a Hall of Games this year. Alright, now that we talked about all the shows that won't be coming back, let's go ahead and talk about shows that are still running. The first show is Uncle Grandpa. I still haven't seen a lot of this show, even though it's been out for like a year and a half now. I'm still not interested in watching it, but it must be doing something right for Cartoon Network to be keeping it around. Next is one of their newest shows, Sonic Boom. I've only seen the first episode, and the show is definitely not for me. I heard from other people say that it's okay, but I just don't care about it. But what I will say is that Cartoon Network is also doing this show dirty, kind of like what they did with Ben 10. They air new episodes of the show at like 7 in the morning on Saturdays. What kid wants to get up and watch this at 7 on a Saturday? Maybe 8, but not 7. Also, why are they even showing it on Saturdays? Why not on Thursdays with all their other shows like Gumball and Adventure Time? Whatever, on to the next show. Next is Lego Ninjago. I don't watch it. Next is Clarence. And I like Clarence, not nearly as much as I like, Steven Universe, Adventure Time, Regular Show, or Gumball, but I like it. It's a nice down-to-earth show, kind of a slice of life show that shows Clarence and friends doing different things with each other. You can kind of compare it to Ed and Eddie, but not nearly as good. Next is The Amazing World of Gumball, and yes, this show is amazing. This show has been doing extremely well over this past year in my opinion. I'm surprised how many episodes they have been putting out. And it's just great. Next is Regular Show, and I also think that this show has had a really good year. I really like how this show has continuity sometimes, as in stuff that happens in other episodes sometimes carries over to other episodes, like that stuff with Thomas and the stuff with Margaret and CJ. Keep up the good work, Regular Show. Now let's talk about my favorite show running on Cartoon Network right now, and that is Steven Universe. I bet you thought I was going to say Adventure Time, but no, it's Steven Universe. I just really like the development we have seen with this show over this past year. We got to see more of Steven's powers, we learned more about the gyms, where Amethyst came from, we got to see Steven and Connie do more stuff together, and we got to see Steven do a lot of other stuff with other characters. We learned about this outside force that wants to come to Earth. We saw another gym. We learned about why Steven's mom died. This has just been a really good year for Steven Universe. Now let's talk about Adventure Time. Right now, it's still in its 6th season, and it was around this time last year that its 5th season ended. The thing about Adventure Time is that I still really like it. It's my second favorite show running on Cartoon Network right now, but I just don't feel like a lot has happened since the beginning of this season, dealing with his arm, and honestly, that was kind of a disappointment the way he got his arm back. Just a lot hasn't happened over these past 30 episodes that have aired since my last Cartoon Network review. I mean, a few things have happened, like getting to learn where the Ice King's crown came from and why it was made. We got to learn more about this comet that's coming to Earth. We got to see Prismo come back. But other than that, there really hasn't been any standout episode. Next is Pokemon. Well, it's Pokemon. There's not really that much to talk about. Pokemon is Pokemon. I've seen like 5 episodes of this new XY series they got going on right now. It just seems like the same old Pokemon, but with better battles. And the last show that I think they have running on Cartoon Network right now is Teen Titans Go. And if you saw my review, I said that I liked the show. That that I said that it was like 50-50, a hit or miss when it comes to its episodes, meaning that half the episodes were good while the other half were bad, or in other words, some were a hit and some were a miss. But it's been 10 months since my review of Teen Titans Go, and my view has definitely changed for the worse. Like, let me give you a preference. Out of the 35 episodes they have put out since my review of this show, I only like 5. Yes, out of 35 episodes they have put out over this past year, I only honestly like 5. And the other 30 are either terrible or aren't very good. That's bad, but I will end this on a good note. Out of the 5 episodes that I liked, my favorite would have to be Let's Get Serious. It's when the Young Justice team shows up and outdoes the Teen Titans. So Robin says the team has to become more serious to be good. And I love this episode because it kind of pokes fun at the people that still hate this show because it's not like the original Teen Titans, how silly it is. It's a really good episode, and I wish more episodes were just as funny and entertaining, but they are not. Okay, I'm done with my rant. Let's talk about upcoming shows and other future plans Cartoon Network has. First is a new season of Total Drama called Total Drama Presents The Redonkulous Race. You know, you guys, last season wasn't that bad, and this season they seem to be trying something different, like getting a new host, and instead of being a team of 2 competing against each other, they seem to be split up into 18 pairs. But this is just another Total Drama series, so whatever, we'll just have to see. Next is a new Transformers show called Transformers Robots in Disguise. I've seen some clips of this, and from what I've seen, it seems like the series is geared more towards kids than previous Transformer shows. And Bumblebee isn't the rookie Transformer anymore. He is the leader of his own group. I don't know, but I do know I'm not going to be watching this. Next is Super Noobs. From the creator of Johnny Test comes a show about four nerdy friends who are mistakenly tasked with saving the world from an evil space virus. It seems like it could be interesting, but it's from the creator of Johnny Test, and I've already told you how I feel about the later seasons of that show. Next is an online series called Mighty Majords. It's a series about a brother and a sister team of warriors for hire who go on hilarious adventures and crazy quests to collect magical swords. It kind of feels like it's going to have an Adventure Time feel to it, but that's not a bad thing. Next is a mini-series called Long Live the Royals. It's about a royal family as they celebrate their yearly festival. Parties and feasts will be plenty as they struggle to balance ruling a kingdom and the life of a typical family. I've seen the pilot to this show and it just seems okay, nothing that really interests me, but a side note is that it's from one of the creators of Regular Show, or somebody who works on Regular Show. Next is a new Powerpuff Girls series coming in 2016. The bad news is that I don't think anybody from the old show will be working on this new series. For example, the original creator will have nothing to do with this. We don't even know if the original voice actors will be coming back. I just hope that this show doesn't end up like Teen Titans Go. Am I right? Now let's talk about a couple of shows that I talked about last year that still haven't come out yet. And the first one is being We Bear Bears, a comedy about 3 bear siblings and their awkward attempts at assembling into human society, whether that be looking for food, trying to make human friends, or trying to become internet famous. Now, again, they haven't really released too much information on the show. I only found a very short video clip, which I should be showing you right now. So we'll just have to see how the show plays out. It should be premiering sometime later this year. The other 2 new shows that I talked about last year that still haven't come out yet are Wabbit, a Looney Tunes production, and Be Cool, Scooby-Doo. For those that don't know, Wabbit, a Looney Tunes production, was announced last year. From the information I found, each episode contains 4 shorts, with Bugs Bunny as the main character. In the show, Bugs confronts other characters from the Looney Tunes shorts, as well as some new friends and enemies. And Be Cool Scooby-Doo is about the gang spending their last summer together by going around solving mysteries. The thing about these two shows is that Cartoon Network hasn't said a word about these 2 shows since last year. It makes you wonder if they are canceled or something. I don't know. I still say Scooby looks ugly. Let's talk about some of the other things that Cartoon Network has planned. Oh, there's going to be a Steven Universe and Uncle Grandpa crossover special, and I'm not excited about it whatsoever. Like I said, I really like Steven Universe, but I can really care less about Uncle Grandpa. Next is that they're going to have an Adventure Time miniseries, and my response to that is why? Why isn't this just part of the main series? Is this going to be done in a different animation? I don't know, but what I do know is that this is going to be about Ghost from Marceline's past. and it's always interesting to learn about Marcelline's past. There is also going to be an Adventure Time movie in theaters, not on TV, and that is also very interesting. The last thing that Cartoon Network has planned that they have told us is that there is going to be a regular show movie, and the plot is after accidentally creating a time NATO, Slacker, Groundkeepers, Mordecai, and Rigby go back in time and battle an evil volleyball coach in order to save the universe and their friendship. The time travel stuff sounds really cool, but fighting a volleyball coach thing, I don't know. So that brings an end to my Cartoon Network 2015 review. Overall, I think Cartoon Network is doing really well for itself. Besides Teen Titans Go, there really isn't anything bad on the network, even though it could be doing better. Like, where are the action cartoons, Cartoon Network? I need another DC show that's not Teen Titans Go. You would think that there would be a new Superman show in production after how well Man of Steel did. I mean, freaking Guardian of the Galaxies is getting a cartoon, but I know that's Marvel. Okay, you guys, this video has been going on for a little too long, so let me go ahead and start wrapping things up by saying, if you guys like the video, like the video, and if you like me, subscribe to me. And as always, this is DDG the Man, and I'll catch y'all next time.